Say something. Yeah, okay. Not done this last thing yet, so I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, well, my name's Raymond Duggan. I'm from North East Lincolnshire. Used to be South Humberside. I've got no idea what I'm going to talk about. Best thing is check out my profile. Check out the links in it. Comment, throw all you want at me. Make all the fun at me you want. Hold on. I have no idea what I am doing. Comment below. Like, subscribe, share. Like, subscribe, share. Whatever. You know the drill. Right. What am I going to talk about? Well, I need to clean my dining table off. Never mind. Guess I need a maid. Anyway, yeah, as I say, my name's Ray Duggan. I'm from South Humberside, which is now North East Lincolnshire. I've got the worst county in England to live in. The only reason I live here is because my parents lived there, and it's so cheap. But I've lived all over the world, basically. London, Nottingham, Leeds, Doncaster, Bristol, America, Canada, Holland. When I go to the Philippines, I spend a month there at a time. When I go to America, if I'm not actually living there, I go for 3 months at a time. The maximum, 90 days. But I've not been on a vacation for, damn it, 20 years now. Last time I went away was probably 5 years ago. Anyway, just waffling. I've got no idea what I'm talking about. I never even knew you could go live on YouTube. It's going to be quite funny. What you need to do is make some comments. Tell me what you want me to talk about and do and whatever else. Actually, I was just watching YouTube on the telly. Well, obviously it's paused right at this moment because I can't do both. Well, I'll get back to my coffee, I think. I just basically just trying this live for you now. Cough is disgusting. So, check out my videos. Ignore the ones from 2, 3, 4 years ago. After a trip to the Philippines, I came back crazy. Basically, I was in the Philippines for 30 days, and how can I describe it? If you imagine being in an old aluminium dustbin that we used to use in England, it was a bin made out of aluminium with an aluminium lid. Now, if you can imagine being in one of them and then the lid being shut, and then about 10 guys with baseball bats hitting the side. That's what it's like in the Philippines during a typhoon. I was in Manila one year when they had the typhoon, and oh my God. Another way I describe it is if you imagine the old British air raid shelters that were basically brick with corrugated iron roof, and you can imagine the rain on that. It would, if you imagine the rain on that, it would. It sounds, as I say, like 20 guys banging on the side of a dustbin. And we had that for 2 weeks. And then when it wasn't raining, the neighbours were playing loud music 24 hours a day. And I understand why Filipinos are crazy now, because they get no downtime. You've got like 20 people all living in a 12-foot by 12-foot room with no kitchen, no bathroom, no running water. They've got electric. They've got no gas for cooking. You probably heard the stories where the shanties, the squats, are all burnt down. Like just before Christmas last year, 1,000 homes burnt to the ground because some idiot was cooking on a fire, but what they didn't realise was where they were cooking was a tarpaulin. And of course, they walked away from the fire for 2 minutes to go and get something, probably veg from the garden or something, came back and the house was ablaze because the tarpaulin had gone up. That had set the house alight, which has set next door alight, which has set next door alight, and it just domino effect. And next thing you know, 1,000 people or 1,000 homes were destroyed. They haven't got a clue. And you can't talk to them. They're like kids. They never grow up. They're irresponsible. And you're all going to say, well, not all of them. Well, I'm not talking about all. It's like the trash in the UK. You've got 99% of people in the UK are bad, and the 1% that are good are supporting the 99%. And it's the same in the Philippines. You got like 90% that are total and utter wankers, while the other 10% are doing their best to support their wives, their kids, their husbands, and while the others, it's absolutely ridiculous. They've got no respect themselves, and they've got no respect for others. And you're going to say, oh, well, you're British, you're sitting there in your house with everything, and we've got nothing in the Philippines. Well, guess what? Get a job. Don't say there isn't any, because every time I go to the Philippines, I walk the highway and I could probably end up with 10, 20 jobs, but they can't pay enough, so I don't bother. It's absolutely hilarious. The sad part is, those that are working for like 100 pesos a day. That's like a quid, quid 50, $2, $3 a day. Not an hour, a day. It's ridiculous. And the abuse there is unbelievable. Anyway, the dirty will probably see this video and he'll probably ban me from the Philippines, like he's reporters and everyone else that has a dig at the Philippines. It's absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, what's next? Oh my God, the YouTubers doing blogs on food abroad, like. Don't these people actually look behind them? Oh, look at this pad thai in Thailand. Yeah, but I'm more interested in the 6 miles of crap that's behind the food stand. Why have they put a food stand? Same in India. Why have they put a food stand in the middle of the garbage dump? Because that's what it looks like. One blogger, he turned around and said, "Oh, I'm in a local market, but I don't understand why it's so quiet and why there's no vendors and why there's no customers." Well, if he bothered to look 3 foot to his right, 3 foot to his left, and the big piles of garbage, and then the fact that the vendors were sitting on blankets, and on that blanket was all their fresh fruit and food and veg, with them sitting on it. And then you got the guys sitting on the food stand, street food vendors, or in the restaurants, you got them sitting on like a counter preparing food. So they're sitting there, basically half naked, and then the bloggers, dumbass Americans, turn around and say, "Well, I wonder why there's no customers and there's no vendors." Well, if it's not a hygienic if it's not a hygienic area and an area where it's fit for food to be sold to human beings, as I posted on a lot of these vloggers' YouTube channels, I wouldn't feed this food to my dogs. It's not refrigerated. It's on the floor. It's out in 100-degree plus heat all day. And then another blogger turns around and said, Well, I've been eating Thai food for the last 7 years and I've never had a problem. One day I got home and my roommate said, "What did you eat today?" He says, "Well, actually, I haven't eaten. Oh, I forgot. My chicken. It's still on my motorbike. Oh, let me go get it." And I ate it and I was fine. So it'd been on his motorbike, pannier for 10, 12 hours in in Thai heat, and he ate it. Nice. Quickest way of getting salmonella poisoning. Hilarious. There's a reason why the UK has the best health and safety, best health and hygiene regulations in the world. As you can see, we just have the worst dentists in the world, if you can find one. Anyway, let me put my glasses back on so I can see my screen. What we got? 16 minutes. Well, I really don't know what to say here. Just blagging it, really. Anyway, like, subscribe, comment. Don't forget to hit the notification icon so the next time I make a video, if YouTube don't block me after this, for discrimination and bullying. That's the other thing now. If you have an opinion, it's abuse, harassment, victimization, discrimination. What's the other word I'm looking for? Racist. It's hilarious. You can't speak now. All people want now is, as we say about children should be seen but not heard. And that's what life is getting like now. You can be seen, but don't even think about voicing an opinion. If you voice an opinion, it's abuse, and it's now a criminal offence. It's absolutely ridiculous. Government employees can throw abuse and bully you, but as soon as you stand up for yourself and defend yourself, you're abusing the staff. It's hilarious. How is having an opinion abuse? You're not physical, you're not violent, you're not threatening anyone in any way. You're just voicing your opinion, your view, But now, anywhere in the world now, you voice an opinion, it's abuse. It's absolutely crazy. Anyway, as I say, keep an eye out for my future videos. What I'll do one day is I'll actually, as soon as I can get some power into my tablet, which takes 3 or 4 days to charge because it needs a new battery. What I'll do is I'll do a live stream of the area I live, and we'll take it from there. You can check me out on Pinterest or whatever they call it. Check out my other videos on YouTube channel. Ignore the early stuff. Check out my websites. Check out my blog. If you're looking for flights, car hire, room hire, check out RaymondDuggan.com. I'm actually affiliate for 2 of the booking sites: hotels, flights, car hire. Also, check through the banners on my website and blog, because actually Google AdSense publisher, plus Yahoo and Bing. I'm not forcing you to click the banners. I'm just giving you the opportunity to have a look at the banners, because there is some good deals for work, vacations, home improvements, education, training. If you're into bit gold mining, or you want to get into bit gold mining, look at my links, click on them, sign up, make me a couple of bucks, so I can buy food. I also run a food bank, but it's a food bank with a difference. Rather than people donating food, what they can do is they can give a donation of, say, 40 quid a year, and then what I do is, people that have got homes or just can't afford food, like myself, I will give them a £40 food order, where I basically order the basics: rice, veg, potatoes, milk, bread, and then I'll get it sent to the houses. But as long as they have got a house and they're not homeless, then I'll give them a food order. As long as they've got fridge, freezer, cooking appliance. But then when you're talking about food bank, people think, oh, I'll give my food left from Christmas, like Christmas cake, mince pies, Christmas pudding, custard, jelly, maybe a few pasta dishes and things like that. But what people forget is they don't just need food, they need toiletries, like toilet paper, razor blades. No, not to cut the throats, not to slit the throats, to shave with. So you got razor blades, you got toilet paper, shampoo, shower gel, soap, toothpaste, toothbrush. Some again need a toothbrush. Then they also need money to pay gas, electric, water, but they don't get money. What happens is they get their bill paid, a bit like the warm home grant or the cold weather payment. What happens is I'll take their account numbers, then I'll contact their utility company, gas, water, electric company, and then I'll make a payment on their behalf to their account, so that their account gives them electric. Or if they're on the key card or key, I'll get it topped up for them at their local store. But with these smart meters now, the company can just take a payment over the phone and then send it meters. Because these food banks are basically a waste of time. Because in England, they give you food for 3 days, once every 6 months. Unlike Germany, where you pay 50 cents at 9 o'clock in the morning every Thursday, then at 3 o'clock on a Thursday afternoon, you go back and you pick up the food, and it's loads of food. I used to go to Germany a lot, and I used to work with guys that were casual staff. So, and they got peanuts. They got nothing. You can, like they say, you pay peanuts, you get monkeys, and that's basically what they are, you know. And so they used to use. In fact, one of the bosses actually ran the food bank, and she used to say to him, all her staff, and she even said to me, "Come down there on the Thursday, see what happens, and see how it works." And the people were going there, as I say, 9 o'clock in the morning, paying 50 pence, half a dollar, whatever you want to call it, whichever currency, and going back at 3 o'clock. And then they were being given trays and trays of food. I mean, a lot of food, a lot more food than what you needed for a week. Now, they didn't worry about allergies because when the people took the food, they stood outside in the car park while they were loading their own shopping bags up with the food. The guy next to him would say, "Hey mate, I don't need this veg because we're allergic to it. Do you want to swap it?" And then you go in your food basket, see what you've got, and say, "Yeah, well, what do you want to swap it for?" And you swap like a loaf of bread for kale, and then, or say a loaf of bread for cream cheese. I can't remember what it's called now. It was absolutely awesome, and that's every week. When I was in America, I worked with one of the churches that ran the food bank, and if people were on welfare, they could come every day, and they would be given at least bread every day, depending on how much food that the food bank has. The food banks are struggling now because what companies are doing now is, rather than giving it to food banks, what they do is when it gets to the end of the day, they'll sell it for maybe half price, quarter of the price. Like today, I ran into my local supermarket, a loaf of bread that normally 49 pence, I think, was actually being sold for 24. So I went, "I'll have that." And it gave me enough money to get an extra loaf of bread. So that just stuck it in the freezer. For £3 or £3.27, I think it was, I got 4 loaves of bread, 3 litres of milk, and I split the milk into 30 portions, stuck it in the freezer. What people don't realise is you can freeze milk, you can freeze bread, and as long as it's thawed properly before use, it's fine. I am a Sitting Guilds qualified chef and steward, so I know about food. I'm also RSPH, which is Royal Society Protection and Health. RSPH, actually. It used to be RSPHH, which was Royal Society Protection, Health and Hygiene. Basically, I'm better qualified than a environmental health officer. So I know when it comes to food. My history is hotel restaurant management and sales and marketing. If you're looking for a job in sales, drop me a message. I'm not sure how you do that, but I'll work it out, and I'm sure if you look through the web, you can have a look. Actually, if you shoot me an email to Raymond@raymondduggan.com, sometime or other, it'll get to me. But that's about to be cancelled because I can't afford the hosting anymore because I'm a poor guy. Those Filipinos who say, I'm poor, I've got no money. And the reason I'm poor is because people aren't paying their bills. So hopefully at the end of the month I'll get some money. It's strange. Oh, and this video is not sponsored. It's not monetized. To get monetized now on YouTube, you need, I think it's 1,000 subscribers or 4,000 subscribers and something like 10,000 watch hours. Or it might be the other way around, 10,000 subscribers with 4,000 watch hours. So hit me up, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And as the rest of the YouTubers say and vloggers say, like, subscribe, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And you'll have a nice day now. While I go drink my coffee, because I'm from New York, Connecticut. I know New York's not in Connecticut, that's two different states. Anyway, I think I've waffled for long enough. Even I can't understand what I'm saying, so you lot have got no chance. Knock your socks off. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever. I'll take the good comments, I'll take the bad comments. But I warn you, I warn you, do not try leaving a bad comment if you can't handle the reply that I'll give you. As people have tried on Facebook and people have commented below, leave Ray alone because he's ripping you to shreds. Like I say, I used to be in hotel restaurant management, sales and marketing management. I've heard it all, I've seen it all, and I've got an answer to it all. And I can say that my first job at 16, 1,000 to 5,000 applicants. Guess what? I got the job. So basically, one person out of 1 to 5,000 actually got the job. So I've got broad shoulders. I can take anything you lot want to throw at me and more. Anyway, I'm done. I think 35 minutes of waffle is enough. And I'm not talking about the pancakes either. I'm talking about chit chat, gobbing off, talking, having a yak. Anyway, catch you all later. Have a good one. Have a good one. I don't know how to do it now. How do you do it? How do you do it? How do you do it? I don't know how to do it. How do you do it? How do they do it? I can't do it. Forget it. I don't know how to do it. Anyway, have a good Thanksgiving. Because I just remembered it's Thanksgiving in America today. Don't eat too much turkey. Don't eat too much cornbread. Don't eat too many deviled eggs, or you'll be on the toilet all night. Post your comments about what you're thankful for today, for Thanksgiving. You got any food left? Go visit your neighbours and the elderly. Give it to them. I'm sure there's people in your area that are in need. You got extra food. Give it to them. Next time you go shopping, buy that extra loaf of bread. Buy that extra litre of milk and give it to someone in poor. Next time you walk past a homeless person, don't give him a $5 bill, a £5 bill, £10 bill, whatever. Walk into the nearest supermarket or convenience store, get a pasty, hopefully hot, and give it to him. Those people will appreciate hot food, or even just a pasty, a bag of chips, sausage and batter, whatever. They'll appreciate that a lot more than money. Or even just walk past and say, hey, I've just bought this cappuccino from the QT. Have it. Obviously, if it's hazelnut, warn them just in case they've got a nut allergy. Obviously, you don't want to kill them. But it's time this world to actually start thinking of neighbours. Because all I see at the moment, every time I put on the television, every time I put on YouTube, every time I go to Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, or any of the news site, is a world trying to destroy itself. Let's get back to the old days. In the old days, we didn't have computers. We didn't have phones. We didn't have mobile phones. We didn't even have TV. We had 2 TV channels and a radio. And we survived. We didn't have all these benefit payments like child support, child tax credit, working tax credit. We had none of that. And my father, he worked probably about £5 a week, and he still brought up 5 kids. We had the basics. We wanted for nothing. We weren't rich. We did a lot of charity work. But we survived, and we all got basically left school with government jobs, or 3 of the 5 of us anyway, left school with government jobs. And obviously they don't last forever because you're contracted for a certain amount of years. So as I say, next time you go shopping, buy that extra coffee, pork pie, mince pie, dumpling. If you're in Asia, that extra Cornish pasty, sausage roll, sausage, bag of chips, if you're in the UK. If you're in America, buy that extra cappuccino and Dunkin' Donut from your local QT when you're filling up with petrol. And then if you walk next door to the store and you see the homeless guy while you're walking to the store, give him the cappuccino, give him the donut. He'll thank you forever for it. Because you got to remember, at the end of the day, that homeless guy is not going to be homeless all his life. Sooner or later, his luck will change and his life will turn around. And it goes exactly the same for you. You might be in your house now with your job just getting by, but in a drop of a hat, that can change. Your company can file bankruptcy, Chapter 11, Chapter 7, and you're on the streets. You lose your house, you lose your home, you lose your job, you've got no food to eat, and you're that homeless guy begging for food. Always remember that, because at the end of the day, you can be earning £1,000 a week today. Monday morning, you could walk into work and they say, sorry, we're shut. Huh? Yeah, we filed bankruptcy at the weekend because our loan companies have all called in the debt and we can't pay them. So we've had to call in the receivers and file bankruptcy. Remember that. Look how many companies in America and the UK have gone bust over the last couple of years. It's scary. And then they say, oh, well, it's Big Tech's fault. How about bad management, over investing in what you can afford? You know, how can you possibly go £900 million in the red? What are these accountants doing? You know, oh, well, we'll go £900 million in the red. How is that possible? I go a penny out overdrawn on my bank account and I know about it. You know, as I say, it's bad management, bad auditors, and bad accountants, you know. But anyway, you've heard enough of my BS. I'm just, like I say, just trying out this live stream. Anyway, have a good one. Have a good weekend. And I'll catch you again soon. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Look through my previous posts if you want to make a donation to help me get my teeth fixed, or you know a good dentist. Comment below, and I'll catch you later. 44 minutes of talking about nothing. You can tell I'm an ex-sales and marketing manager and ex-hotel restaurant manager. I can talk about nothing forever. Like I always tell people I know, I'm one of the very few people that I know can go into an empty kitchen, or what everyone else would class as an empty kitchen, and come out with a 3-course meal. I've not bought food in, well, apart from today, in probably 6 weeks, and I'm still finding stuff in the bottom of the freezer, you know? Anyway, have a good Thanksgiving, and I'm out of here. Catch you later. Catch you later, alligator. Bye now.